Hey there YouTube, this is Sock Puppet of the Damned, and I've decided to try out my webcam with my new microphone because, hey, tax return for the win. And I'm teaching myself OBS's interface, and I think it's going well so far. I've made two little, what do you call them, scenes, and I decided to try it out by playing a game I found on Steam. This was found on Steam's special page for 99 cents. It is on the last page when sorting by user reviews. And just based on a few of the reviews, I think this is going to be a little bit of fun. And if it's not, at least it's a good camera test, right? So, okay. I'm going to get started. Let's put my specs on. Switch over to my other scene. There we go. Okay, this is The Darkness. Now I did just turn this over while I was setting up, but it actually defaults to Russian. But if you click on this half a Union Jack over here, it'll go to English. And I want to, just before I get started, I want to show you the controls menu, which I think is just glorious. Yeah. That is the entire controls menu. Like a Flash game. WADs, moves, all that jazz. I actually checked this in Russian to see if it maybe was nicer. Maybe they just half-assed the English. But no, it's not. And there's a few... I don't know what this is going on down here. I don't know if this is like the font they chose had some problems in Cyrillic, with the Cyrillic alphabet or whatever. But I don't know enough about Russian to question it. But it just doesn't seem right to me. So we're going back to English. The sound resets when you change languages, which leads me to believe that maybe these are different scenes in Unity. I'm presuming this is in Unity. I do know that in Unity, when you make UI elements, you have to anchor them to part of the screen, which I think may be a result of this down, maybe what's leading to this down here, as well as control being tacked up in a corner. You can actually offset it. It's just telling it where it is. It's a relativity thing. It's like where it's anchored relatively. But if you're half-assing it, it might end up like this. The graphics default to fastest. I am not going in here just to showcase it. It actually, no matter what you do, it always goes back to fastest. I'm switching it to beautiful because I was kind of losing frames in Fantastic, even though it doesn't really look any different than beautiful. I think there's just some sort of settings fuckery that isn't all that great. But anyway, let's get started. The game comes with some built-in DLC, the bonus levels. But we are going to be playing Plot. Plot. We get a brief flash of Ghost Girl there, which is actually a really nice graphic. I am assuming they bought it from somewhere. I think they bought it and then maybe merged it with that red background, because the icon for the game in the tray is that face with a gray background. But anyway, we start off here facing our car, and we are in scenic Goat Simulatorville. It's actually quite nice looking. That's actually why I picked this game out, was compared to a lot of the other schlock at the bottom of the Steam pages, it looks graphically pleasant. I mean, it's all pre-made probably, but we can't leave our house. We don't want to go there. We have our sprinklers, which defeat physics. I don't think I've ever known a neighborhood where the power poles are on people's lawns this far in. I mean, that's a weird thing to criticize, but just something I noticed. Personal. Maybe it's different in other places. I just don't know. There's a nice little flower on our lawn. There's a nice little flower over there. Oh. This is as far as I got, but actually I didn't notice this before. There's like the sidewalk has a bump to it. Nope. Okay, I got it. It's coming from that side. Wait a minute. Oh, I think I got it. Okay, so these little garden lamps actually have a collision mesh. So let me see if I can... Oh, the game doesn't want me to talk about collision meshes. I don't want to go there. But I can actually do this. Ooh. So anyway, this is our front lawn. And we apparently are not very good at setting up garden lamps. Little inaccuracy. Lets you know this is real. The red flower here. Well, red pink. 2 yellow, 2 red pink, 3 red pink. Keep track of all those numbers because when this gets super hot, game theory is going to be counting those. And if you work hard enough, you can put it on Reddit and have them read it aloud and ramble on about how those flowers represent dead children and also nests from Earthbound. But we got a nice backyard. Well, that's a load. I want to go there. Look at my sweet ass backyard. I've got tree. I've got a street lamp in my backyard, which I am sure my neighbors love. I've got 2 separate patio table sets because I am apparently just that kind of entertainer. And I have the world's tiniest pool. Yeah, that's awesome. I want to go there. Don't tell me what. But you know, fine. I'm gonna go in, as opposed to there. Okay, apparently this door is purely for show. Despite the fact that I have a lovely car and I have a nice backyard, I am one of those people who has to walk around to the front of their house, which is in America. Moving on. We have a lot of plants. We are very into this. Oh, here I am at home. I want to sleep. Maybe I should get an accent for that. Okay, oh, we have a hand. We do have a hand. We had a flashlight, too. Do we have it around? Oh, yeah, we do. I don't think we need that now. Let's see. Nope. Really could use some, you know, lights in this house. But this is the house. This is dark. Oh. Wonderful. This is darkness. This is the house where darkness lives. We gotta keep that up. But we are in the backyard, which is the place we did not want to go. So, only one thing to do. Jump in our sweet empty pool. Actually, I don't think it's actually empty. Looking at it really closely, I'm not sure if this will come through in the screen capture, but there's this very faint blue line. Okay, actually, it's pretty clear over here in the shadow. I think this is supposed to be water, but it is so ridiculously still. It's just a straight line plane with this, like, very, very high transparency that you can't even tell if it's water. Like, I'm seeing, like, a slight... Looks kind of like an oil slick on top of it. But this is my sweet ass pool. I don't know, it's nice. I mean, I have a pet turtle. He'd probably like this. Okay, let's resume entering the house. Check out our property. Go to the living room. I'm going to just assure people that the audio is not screwed up, that there's no... Maybe it's a trigger. Hold on, let me... Nope, nothing. Well, my character's kind of breathy. Let's check the file cabinets. Let's see what we got here. Oop, we have a clickable. Oh, it's the lamp. Come on. Any files? Itchy tasty? Come on. Now I'm gonna leave that on. I'm a cool cat. Cool cat loves you. All the Oh, this is a pretty phone. Look at this thing. That is an N64 phone. I would say this is a really weird kitchen table, but I feel like half the people I know who have, like, a dad who works from home have the exact same situation where their kitchen table has like a desktop on it. I don't know. Maybe it's a New York City like limited space thing, like apartment type thing. But I've noticed that's a common thing. Oh man. Oh, apparently I have a very long reach for clicking things, but I cannot click this computer, which is unfortunate because it looks sweet. Potted plant, glass of water. Wait a minute, I have more backyard? I have more backyard, but hold on. But I cannot access it. Oh my god. My fence goes around. I literally have like a yeah, I can't go there. There's a chunk of my property I can't even reach. I've built my own alleyway. By the way, I like that pressing shift causes me to sprint. Like I just like instinctively hit the what is a sprint button in most games and it just had one. What do you want to bet they like bought like a controller off Unity that already had that feature? Because I'm pretty sure I didn't see that in the menu. In the lovingly crafted controls and... Ooh my. That door went straight into that wall. Okay. So I guess if that's the office downstairs, this is like the second office. TV. Another N64 phone 64. A photocopier that I think may have 5 or 6 polys in it. Wow. And a lamp, which means that's right. Ooh, that's a bright one. That's it. No darkness in my house. No, sir. I'd be disappointed if there were darkness here. I'm gonna close that. Don't let the light escape. It's bad for the environment. Light. Ooh, I hear something. Sounds like a fire. Maybe there's like a fireplace up here. Something similar to the sound of the printing on the keyboard issued from the room. Okay, and apparently it caused us to switch into third-person narration. I'll accept that. But this is the last room in the house, meaning, where's my flashlight? I ain't afraid of no ghost. Are you ready? Demon time! Wow. What the hell is this shadow? Like, I think it's perfectly projecting on the wall. Like, maybe, like... But it's just so sharp. It just seems so weird. Okay, whatever. And that is a lovingly textured printer. Was there, like, a low poly office item pack? Is the laptop on these 2 weeks? And where was the sound? Strange. Oh, man, I missed it. Need to get some sleep. I'm tired, apparently. I agree. Then where's my bed? We checked all the rooms. I mean, right? There's my backyard that I can't access. I like how the neighbor's backyard just sort of opens into the next one. Like, nah, they're never going to look this far into the background. Any over here? Other than the fact the wallpaper ends early. Oh, there's a pillow. I can sleep in the corner like a forlorn orphan. Please, sir, may I have some? Or I can sit on the world's most the couch of bevel tool here. God, this thing just like does not look comfortable. But where's its... This is where I sleep. Okay, I was about to say, like, look at what do you look at when you're on this couch? But like, this is my bed. I feel like either this is a model home set up with like those like IKEA displays, or maybe we are a squatter who lives in a tech startup. But whatever, I'm going to sleep. I will indeed press E to sleep. Oop. Some very dramatic noises, and it took 6 hours. I never heard of sleeping taking hours. But uh-oh. Darkness. Okay. Let me go grab my potted plant. No, I can't grab my potted plant. Computer? No. Actually, yeah, there's like a lot of computers in this house. Oh, I thought these were energy. I thought these were, I was gonna say these are my energy drinks, but no, these are batteries, which are the energy drinks of phones. I mean, of flashlights and like super old phones. But okay, let's ghost it. It is. It seems to me, or I hear a girl crying. Okay then, ghosting time. Oh. Well, this is frickin' beautiful. My arm is clipping through the wall. And this is happening. Can I reach the door? I can reach the... Oh, there we go. I can reach the light, but I can't reach the door. Okay, in case anybody is wondering, just like, I mean, I'm not like a super into Unity like person who should be getting advice, but you can put the hands, like your first-person shooter stuff, as like another layer. You can make like a second camera, and it will prevent this sort of thing from happening, because basically the light will be the whole thing will be on a second rendering layer. There are tutorials about it, but I'm just saying, like, there is a way to fix this. It is not something that you could just you have to live with. The way this person apparently decided to live with it. Okay. So the first thing I noticed is some asshole turned off all of my sweet lamps, which is bringing the wrath on me. All my sweet lamps. Damn it, it's a book ghost. We got ourselves a book ghost. A book ghost that does not like my sweet lamps. And that is a problem, I will tell you. Okay, I'm going to just point something out. My pet gecko, which is over, like, I want to say almost a solid 15 feet away from me, just, like, bolted out of its space because of that. But what... That thing actually, like, and I'm gonna be honest, she doesn't freak out about pretty much anything. But whoa, look at this. I don't know a lot about lighting, like, effects in engines, but something seems not right here, not just on a blinking level. Whatever. Okay. All my lamps are on. We're heading downstairs, where... Oh boy. Is this shadow hitting the floor and not angling at all on the wall? Or, oh, I gotta check my batteries. Or is there like an invisible wall here, for maybe for like jumping, that I'm just catching? But whatever, let's go down the... Oh. Oops, I see me a demon. I see me a very questionable stealth section. I should be quiet. Okay, there is a difference between a loud scream and literally trying to damage my sound equipment. Which is not good, mind you, but there's other ways to sell $15 Micro Center speakers. Okay. I'm just gonna walk out. Oh my, I have two different... You need to find the key to the door. Okay, so I don't think I can... I wonder what the death state is. Okay. Dirty, nighty, pixie cut demon. You mess with the bull, you get the flashlight. Deal with me! I win. You know, in second thought, a death state probably is way too much work for this game. Was that the death state? Like, did it come back? That entirely unrelated image of, like, Slender Mom? Okay. By the way, look at the battery indicator and notice that I've lost battery from the middle of the indicator. So we're here on the first floor. It's coming from that way. Flashlight. So the door is creaking even though I can't do anything about it. Can I just go my way and say I actually kind of like the way this lighting effect is working on this, like the texture? Like, it actually looks good. I am sure that's because it was pre-made, but like the normal map or whatever they call that, the specular map looks really good. I am sure that's because the person who made this didn't make it. My potted plant appears to operate in a different form of lighting than the rest of the world. Oh, I have a little animation in my hand there. So I need a key. I'm going to turn off my flashlight for the moment. I wonder if I can re-trigger the scream. No. Potted plant. Bookshelf. I'm out of batteries. Wait, what? I saw a flash. Oh. Oh yeah, that's really freaking obvious. Oh, come on, jump scare me. Yeah, look at the battery indicator. It's like 50-50. So now that I've demonstrated that this apparently is not all that haunted, can I just like go back to bed? Or whatever. I think he said let's go outside and... Oh wow, I got hit by the door that didn't kill me that time. Let's turn off our flashlight. Take a look at our beautiful home one last time before we go out to inspect Hello Neighbor House. Oh. Okay, I don't want to go that way. Okay. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that was the same sky as before. They just changed the tone of it a little bit, because I'm pretty sure that's exactly where the sun was. I didn't notice it the first time either, but this car, this reflection is not matching anything around the car. But okay, let me go check out my backyard. It's actually kind of like not night that much as it is just like the evening. But like, whatever. Unfortunately, I'm out of flashlight battery, so I can't like... Yeah, I got no luck on that. Which is, again, weird, because if you look at it, I have 3 bars of battery, allegedly. I wonder what that's all about. Okay. So, the end of Chapter 1. And it kicked us to the title screen. My guess is because that is the only way they can figure out how to change levels, so we'll just continue on from there. Wait, it didn't give me like an option or anything. This is the same flippin' day. Okay, seriously, the plot, that is the whole plot? There's just one thing I want to check. It's just one thing. Because I was just thinking about, like, crappy... Trying to walk to the neighbor house made me think about crappy... Oh, see, I actually... Oh, see, that time I heard knocking. Remember before? Remember when I couldn't walk into the backyard? Because it said, I don't want to go there? I'm just curious if Oh, wow. Believe it or not, that didn't... I was really wholeheartedly expecting it to block me from walking this way, but okay. That's right. Let me see. Is there like an option menu, like a scene selector? Whoa. That is bright. We have options. So let's see. Settings. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's kick it up a notch. Let's go to fantastic. Oh yeah, you can truly see the massive improvement. I wonder what it looks like in terrible. Let's just do that real quick. Fastest, go. Oh, the lighting is a lot simpler. Yeah, this is day 1 in Unity mode as opposed to day 2 in Unity mode from before. And, I mean, I was like shitting on Unity. I mean, like, there's a lot of great things that are made in Unity, and I make crappy things in Unity. It's accessible. I mean, that's why stuff like this happens. But this is quite the moment. I mean, to be fair, I don't know this is made in Unity. This could be made in Unreal Engine. I mean, God, you could make a bad decision in the CryEngine if you wanted to. I don't know. It strikes me as the menus, especially. Like I feel like these buttons remind me so much of the default menu buttons in Unity if you don't change the UI assets and you use the UI editor. But anyway, so can I just leave my car now? Do I have to do the haunting? No. Okay. So anyway, that is The Darkness, a game that cost 99 cents, and I'm not even sure it was worth that. Obviously, it is obviously a piece of garbage thrown together really quickly, but it is notable for the fact that the graphics aren't terrible when they're working properly. Unfortunately, much like a lot of games, once it's in motion, it's garbage. I'm going to look real quick here at the other play options, the bonus levels. There are 5 of them. So, one of them is a house, strangely enough. And one of them is an office, which is the other thing our house apparently was. So you know what I'm going to do? These 2 are just floors. And then there's a cave. So I know what I'm going to do is I'm gonna come back to this, maybe, and take a look at these at some point as kind of like a one big sweep. I'm assuming they're shorter than the house that we just were in, although I'm kind of impressed if they are because that was really short. But okay. So, once again, this is Sock Puppet of the Damned, and I am signing off. And thank you for watching and letting me calibrate my OBS. If you have more experience in this than me and you can see one of my glaring noob mistakes, I would appreciate it. Just let me know. I mean, I'm doing this for the sake of learning. Anyway, see you, Sock Cowboy.